YouTube? What is going on, guys? It's Atticus here from Redface Gaming, and today I'm going to be going over with you guys my tanking video for this is the Amron dungeon, and I am playing the Protection Warrior build. And for this build, it's more of like an offensive, basically damage buff and high self-sustained tank guide. So basically this is going to be a hybrid build of both talent trees, which inevitably most classes do play, but if you guys have not tried playing the Protection Warrior build, then you guys are definitely missing out. Alright guys, so this is the last boss for the Amron level 25 dungeon. And so as a Protection Warrior tank, I am going to start out with Defiant Stance into Whirling Sword into Reverse Backstab. But I'm going to wait till he spawns his ads, so that way I pick up all the aggro. So there I picked up all the aggro. And there, as you can see, I had just hit all of them with my reverse, which immediately gave me back all my cooldowns. So basically what reverse stabs does is it resets your cooldown on all your sword abilities, and every time you hit one, it resets it by like 10 seconds. So as you saw there, I hit 3 of them, and immediately my cooldown went from 30 seconds to refresh. And I also heal for, I believe, 15% of my maximum HP. So stacking Constitution makes this build stupid good and stupid easy. So I can't wait. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the build right after this. Alright guys, now that we are done with Amron, if you didn't already know, there is a repeatable quest from this guy right here. His name is Barkimedes, and he's right outside, and all you gotta do is just keep accepting his quest. You can do it indefinitely. This person is inviting me to a group, but I can't really accept that right now. Sorry, homie. Yeah, so basically for the Protection Warrior build, I'm going to show you guys right now, since my sword and shield is maxed out, this is what your build predominantly is going to look like, unless there are certain variables you would like to change yourself. A must-have is Defiant Stance up to tier 3 with recuperation for healing. See, this is what it means right here. 15% of your max health when Defiant Stance ends. All incoming healing and regeneration increase by 10%, so these two stack. Reverse Backstab right here on Swordmaster side at tier 3 Tactician. On successful hit with Reverse Stab, all sword cooldowns are reduced by 25%, which means Defiant Stance and Swordmaster. So your rotation would literally be Defiant Stance into Whirling Blade into Reverse Backstab. Now you want to make sure they're grouped together, because the more targets you hit, the more cooldowns you get. If you hit up to at least 3 to 4 targets, it will completely reset your Defiant Stance from 40 seconds to 0. You can repop it again, you'll get all that heals plus more defense, and then more heals again. That's why this is a predominantly like really powerful dungeon build and AoE build for AoE farming, dungeon farming, or if you just like being the offensive tank. Because not only with all the self-heal and sustain and taunt aggro, you also get leadership. While holding a sword, all group members' damage is increased by 10%. So as long as that's this little fist right here, damage increased 10% when grouped with the leader. So you're also giving your team buffs, and your abilities also give your team buffs. Like Whirling Blade at tier 3, it also reduces its own cooldown by how many enemies you hit, and Whirling Blade causes 5% rend for 10 seconds, which reduces their armor, which makes them take more damage. You could also easily go into Achilles' Heel, into Opportunist, which means you could do a 3-piece combo into a Whirling Blade and get like a pretty good amount of damage. This guy keeps sending me invites while I'm trying to do this. That's one thing about being a high level tech at Amran. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions about the build, about the rotation, one thing I do need to say is gear. Gear does matter. So I build straight Constitution. Like my Constitution is 206 and my strength is like 29. So I have a lot of health because I do a lot of self-healing with Defiant Stance, and it bases your self-heal based off how much health you have, because in total it's like 15% of your max HP plus the 10% increase in healing, so you get 25%. So you do want to go heavy. Heavy is the best for protection warrior tanks, as well as what is it? I think it's these guys right here. Carnelians are going to be your taunt gems, and taunt gems are important because this gives you a 200% more threat, plus your weapon. This weapon gives you almost 10% more threat. The buffs that you also want to look for is this one, the reduces active cooldowns buff on your gear, and this is also physical damage absorption, which is great. Just like down here on my ring, I have slash damage absorption, which is awesome for dungeons, and this is just luck. So the buffs you want to look for on gear is damage absorption, or percentage of health. Like one of the quest necklaces give you like 5.5% extra health on top with his Constitution. So this is basically just a self-sustain awesome build, guys. I've been using this for a while now. I hope it never gets nerfed. I really hope it never gets nerfed, because they could put like change reverse stab and only make it and change this to a shield ability, and that would ruin the whole build, which I hope they never do, because this is like literally the most OP AoE dungeon build I think for protection warriors that you can get right now. So not to mention, I was able to pretty much solo the last boss from Star last night, which is a level 35 dungeon. He was at like just under half health, and I was able to solo him. It took a while because he spawns a lot of ads, but with all those ads I was constantly being able to reset all my abilities, and it took time, but it was doable. So you are basically like damn near invincible. So if you guys found this useful, if you have any more questions, go ahead, drop a comment, leave a like, hit that subscribe button for more New World content, join the RPG family, and I will catch you guys in the next one.